Hello friends, Namaskar. I am Anil Kumar Srivastav and present with the uh, facts and figures with which are related with the current affairs, and these are very important with respect to the coming examinations. Please have uh, uh, please note it down and revise it and remember. Let us begin with. In the Minerva Mills case, the Supreme Court has held that the power of the Parliament under 368 to amend the Constitution is a limited power. This power is not unlimited power, as Mrs. Gandhi has made a amendment in this 368, but the Supreme Court has struck down in the Minerva Mills case. The Supreme Court, while observing the above provision, has said that the court has it has been held that the court has an unlimited power to review the any kind of provision or any kind of amendment which is being made, because it is the duty of the court to see whether the law is being made for the is either violating the constitution or not violating the constitution. This is the power called judicial review. In under 356, it has been found when the government state machine is states the government cannot be run according to the Constitution of India. There is a constitutional failure because there is no majority, and under these conditions the governor rule is imposed by the center. But sometimes it has been found that the governor rule is misused, and that is why in a case, in S.R. Bomai case, it is a leading case. It has been held that the decision taken for the governor rule under Article 356 is subject to the scrutiny of the court, and it has been said it is a quasi judicial matter. In a famous case, Ramlila Maidan's case, Supreme Court has held that the right of sleeping is also a fundamental right. In the Puttu Swami case, for the first time it has been held that the privity is the fundamental right under Article 21. And in the Puttu Swami case, it was the Aadhaar was being examined, and in Aadhaar the biometrics was being discussed, and under this it was laid down by the Supreme Court that the Aadhaar is valid, but the privacy should be is the fundamental right under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. And in compliance of this judgment, the government has now made a law with respect to the privacy in the latest session. And now the next question is in the Rajiv Kumar's case, it has been held that the disability is a sufficient ground for the reservation of the ground for the reservation of the disabled persons. Now, as you already know that we have made 33% reservation act has been passed, and For the first time, if we study, we can see that in the Constituent Assembly there were only 15 women members, and in the first Lok Sabha there were only 22 female members. And although they were less in the number, but one of the most important minister of that time, health minister, first health minister of India, Mr. Rajkumari Amrit Kaur, has made a tremendous achievement, achievement in the field of the uh, health care, and it is she has made uh, uh, an act for the according to which the All India Institute of Medical Sciences has been established. And we see that today in the Indian Parliament only 15% women are there, while we find that the Chhattisgarh has the highest number, 14.4% women in India. And the southern states have less than 5% representation, and similarly the northeastern states have almost 5 to 6% representation. So most of the states are having less representation of the women in the legislative assemblies, and for that reason this act has been passed. In USA we find that there are 100 members in the Senate and only 25 members are women. In the in House of Commons of the Britain, we find that there are almost 35% women representative. Uh, 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 Military exercise has been conducted between military exercise relating to naval forces has been exercised between India and UAE, that is called Jayad. Guru Gorakhnath Board has been established for the BC, for the OBC in Rajasthan. And India has sent very recently 7 satellites after Singapore. And Ullas is an app for the primary education. And there are 110 patients found out of the 1 lakh TB patients have been traced in India. The artificial heart has been created by IIT Roorkee, and in 2023 there are 3682 tigers in India. There are 10 nuclear plants which are going to be established. A final nod has been given by the government and ministry, and these will be established in Rajasthan, Karnataka and Haryana. India has projected its figure of 3 billion ton of the carbon that will be synced through the new policy of the government by 2030, and by 2017 India has put a target of 100% carbon sinking, that is 0% emission. For the first time the water budget has been passed by the Kerala government, and for the first time the health budget has been passed by the Rajasthan government. There has been a census of the ponds, etc., and it has been found that the largest number of the ponds or the water bodies are in the West Bengal. A recent survey of 2017 survey about elephants tells us that there are 29,964 elephants are there in India. Danori is a moon mission of the South Korea, and Slim is the uh, moon mission of Japan, which has been sent to there, but still it is on the en route. A very big project of the Artemis has been launched by USA, and there are 29 countries which are participating in it, which have signed in it, and India has also signed on it, because India wants to develop Gaganyaan, and Gaganyaan first has been sent successfully, and Gaganyaan 2 will be sent, and these all will be sent under Artemis agreement, and lastly by Gaganyaan 3rd, the 3 Indian will go in the space. The Artemis agreement finds that there are 29 countries who have signed. The 2 countries are from the South Africa, that is Rwanda and Nigeria, and from the Australian continent, Australia and New Zealand are the members who have signed on it. And from Asia, we find many countries which are like Singapore, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Israel, India, and Japan. These countries are the members of the Artemis agreement. In Europe, we find the many countries have also signed the Artemis agreement, like UK, Italy, France, Germany, Czech Republic, Ukraine, and Spain and Luxembourg. These countries have signed on it, and Poland also. And in the South America, we find the Argentina, Brazil, and Colombia, and Colombia and Ecuador have signed in it. So there are 8 Asian countries and 10 European countries, and the 3 North American countries, that is Mexico and Canada and US, has also signed on it. So it is Artemis agreement. By the 25th Amendment Act, in the Article 31, the word amount has been substituted for compensation, because government needed a land for the public purposes, and the market rates of the land were very high, so government was unable to give the flip to the developmental plans, and because of this, the government has made an amendment in the constitution that the certain amount should be given, and it will not be equal to the market rate. My next by 84th Amendment, the boundary or demarcation of the constituencies, or the parliamentary constituencies or assembly constituencies, has been frozen up to 2026, and because there is a provision in 82 that the demarcation will be made on the basis of the new data which have been already published. And in this slide we can see that the reservation which has been made for the women, 33% under Article 330. It is generally thought that 2021 census has not taken place because of the COVID problems, and it will be very hard for the government to uh, uh, to take a step uh, for the demarcation of the parliamentary and the assembly constituencies after 26, because there are no data, and the only published data is of 2021. Uh, s- mm, there has been a Savinay Vagya Andolan. Gandhiji uh, has tried to uh, tell the British government, colonial government, that uh, a law cannot be made for the salts, and because of it, he marched with the 78 satyagrahis from 12th March to 6th April, and he made and, salt, and by that a symbolical uh, opposition was seen that he has broken the law of the salt, and the world has captured its uh, and there has been a Gandhi-Irwin agreement on 5th March 1931, and there has been another agreement between Gandhi and the Ambedkar in 1932. The No Djokovic have become the world's uh, highest winner in the Grand Slam of the tennis. He has 23 Grand Slam uh, in his credit, and so now he has become the world's top star in the tennis. And the Rohit Sharma is the only captain of India who has been made in the centuries in all the three formats of the cricket, whether it is a test match or a one-day match or T20 match. The Bengal division has been made on 16th October 2005, on 1905. Bal Gangadhar Tilak has made a league, and that league was constituted in April 2019 and 16. The Muslim League has been established on December 1906. There has been an exercise called Cyclone between India and and Egypt, and it has been done at Jaisalmer. The only one state borders the Sikkim. The only border of the Sikkim is with the Indian state of West Bengal, and there is only one state uh, which forms the boundary of Meghalaya, and that is Assam. A great sanitation leader who has established uh, 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 Sulabh International, and he has established many sanitary blocks in Burma and India and in other places also, and that is why he has been awarded by the international institutions, and his name was Bindeshwar Pathak. His contribution for the mitigation of the same open defecation will never be forgotten. Uh, Niti Aayog has been constituted on 1st January 2015, and major money is termed as M3. M3 is a major money uh, and for the first time the idea of uh, planning was given by Visvesvaraya in 1934, and in 1944 eight industries have made a plan uh, called called Bombay Plan. In 2011 census, there has been a negative growth minus 0.6% in Nagaland. According to 2011 census, under the Union territories, the minimum growth was recorded in Lakshadweep, and in UTs, the maximum growth rate was recorded in New Delhi. And according to 2011 census, the maximum density of population is in Bihar. The Odisha have now been declared as a Jhuggi free village. There has been a greatest increase during the 1951 and 1981 in the Indian population. That is, the explosion of the population of growth has been seen, because it is in this period that the death rate has been controlled, but the birth rate was not controllable, because the birth rate is a subjective issue. If a person becomes literate or educated, he then understands the meaning of the family planning. Otherwise, there is a thinking that all the issues that are born, these are the gifts of the God. So, for the first time in the Indian jails, in the Kanpur jail, the radio station has been established. Urea Gold has been launched at Sikar in Rajasthan. The hydrogen-based industries will be developed for the first time in Jamshedpur in Jharkhand. The Balidan Memorial Foundation stone has been laid down in Srinagar. UP has decided to allocate or purchase the electric vehicles by 2030 for all the government departments. World Bank or UNICEF has declared that universal education year, international education year for the girls of the Afghanistan. And the BIMSTEC, which forms the 7 countries group, which is included, or the are the countries around the Bay of Bengal, that is Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, India, Sri Lanka, and 2 countries from the ASEAN, that is Myanmar and Thailand, are the members. Its headquarters are at Dhaka. The second grouping, SCO, has the headquarters at Shanghai. Its members are India, Russia, China, and Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkestan, and Uzbekistan, and Tehran. And its headquarters are at Shanghai. And in 1985, the SARC has been constituted, and its headquarters are at Kathmandu. That's members are India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Pakistan. But there is hardly any progress in it. By the 14th Amendment Act, the Pondicherry has been made a union territory. By the 19th Amendment Act, there has been a provision has been made for the duties and the powers of the Chief Election Commissioner of India. By 93rd Amendment Act in Article 16, Clause 5 has been added. Uh, uh, According to the Article 82, after every census, there should be an exercise for the delimitation of the parliamentary constituencies and the legislative constituencies, provided that there should be no demarcation or delimitation if the population increases less than 60 lakhs of that state. And by the 84th Amendment Act, the enlargement or the boundaries delimitation has been frozen up to 2026. By the 24th Amendment Act, it has been said that that the president cannot delay its assent on the money bill. President has got three kinds of the veto, that is the suspensive veto, absolute veto, and the pocket veto. But these vetoes are generally applicable to the ordinary bills. If the bill is a money bill, then the president has no option except to give assent. If it is ordinary bill, then it can send again for the reconsideration to the parliament. And after reconsideration, when the bill is presented to the president, then the president has no choice except to make assent. But sometimes pocket veto is also used, and sometimes absolute veto is used. But as far as the president is concerned, as far as the governor is concerned, governor has also got a veto. We are trying to give some examples of pardoning power of the president. The pardoning power of the president extends to death. This power is exclusively with the president. That is, the governor has no power in case of death sentence. And similarly, the court martial cases under which the military persons are punished or convicted, then the mercy appeal lies to the president, and there can be no such mercy appeal to the governor. There has been a panel which has been created by the vice president or the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, that is of the 8 members. So when there is not the chairman or the deputy chairman, then these persons will chair the Rajya Sabha. And for the first time, it has been made that the 50% post goes to the of the panel goes to the female members and 40% to the male members. 50% to the male members. And in the male members include P.T. Usha, she has been made for the first time, she is the first woman to become the OIC chairman, and she is also member for the chair panel members. And other members are one from Fauziya Khatun from the NCP of Maharashtra, and Sulata Dev is from the Biju Janata Dal, and another female member is from Mizoram. It has also to be taken into account that when the due to some contingencies the chairman is not there or the deputy chairman is not there, then the work of the chairman will be done by the member nominated by the president. In this case, the president has power to nominate any Rajya Sabha member to discharge the duties of the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. As far as the presiding over or chairing of the house is concerned, it can be done by the members of the Lok Sabha. But for the discharge of the duties of the Lok Sabha, it has been decided that if the speaker is not there due to some contingencies to discharge the duties of the Lok Sabha, and the deputy chair and the deputy speaker is also not there, then the president will decide certain person of the Lok Sabha or he will nominate that he will act as a speaker till the speaker's election is made. So these are the important articles which has been telling to you, and now you have seen the 91 and 95. Under 19.5, the president will decide who will discharge the duties of the speaker if the speaker and deputy speaker were not there due to some contingencies. And similarly, if the vice president or the chairman of the Rajya Sabha is not there due to some contingency, and due to other contingency the deputy chairman of the Rajya Sabha is also absent, then as far as the business of the Rajya Sabha is concerned, it will be done by the panel members. They will be chairing one by one. But as far as the particular work of the chairman is concerned, it is the president who will decide one of the members to discharge the functions of the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. And similarly, under section 95, if the speaker is not there and the deputy speaker is also not there, but because of some contingencies, then the panel will chair the transaction of the business of the Rajya Sabha. But as far as the particular work of the chairman of the Rajya Sabha is concerned, it is the president who will nominate some member till the further speaker is available or deputy speaker is available. By the 31st Amendment Act, the strength of the Lok Sabha members was increased from 525 to 545. And the Right to Property Act has been made the legal right by putting it into 304 of the Constitution by the 44th Amendment Act. By the First Amendment Act, the 9th Schedule have been constituted, and the SC/ST Commission have been constituted by 65th Amendment Act. The voting age from 21 to 18 has been done by the 61st Amendment Act. And we can also find that in the Kuno National Park of the Seoul district of the MP, in two shifts, 12 male and 8 female cheetahs have been translocated from Namibia to India in the Kuno National Park in MP. And uh, out of these 6 adults have died, and there were 4 uh, cubs, out of which 3 have died. The Supreme Court has taken cognizance of it, and it has been found that the one out of the adults which have died, one was the female member, and its name was Tbilisi, and there are other were five adults were males. One of the members of that Suraj. So, and there is a pana, a variety of rice which is grown in the Kaveri basin, that is very famous. Abhiyan Rao has been made the chairman of the Committee for the Codification of the Hindu Law in 1941. He has submitted its report in February 1947 to the Constituent Assembly, and the report was tabled in the Constituent Assembly in April 1947. But after a discussion and the opposition by the then President or the President of the Constituent Assembly, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, the bill has not been passed, and despite all the efforts which were made by the B.R. Ambedkar up to 51 for 4 years, but because the President of the Constituent Assembly, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, has said that the Constituent Assembly has a limited representation, and we should wait for the codification of the law until the first Lok Sabha is elected in 1952. The Lok Sabha has been elected, and the Hindu codification bill has been made in 1955 and 1956. So we come to the end of this set of questions, and we will be meeting you next time for the new questions with the new questions. Thank you very much.